Hi, my name is Holden Connor, and this is video journal number 5 from my Intro to Criminal Justice course. Today I will be talking about sentencing and sentencing reform from my Chapter 5, Sentencing. The article I chose to talk about is Mastretta versus United States. The Mastretta versus United States decision really changed the way sentencing works in the federal system. Before this case, judges had a lot of freedom in deciding sentences, which sometimes meant two people could have the same case but get very different outcomes. This didn't seem very fair or consistent, and it was a big problem. To fix that, the federal sentencing guidelines were created, which gave judges a clearer idea on how to sentence people more clearly. When the Supreme Court said that sentencing commission's power was okay, it basically became a green light for the whole idea of letting experts set rules and judges should follow. That was important because sentencing is complicated, and having a group of specialists make these guidelines helps to make the system fair and less random. The Commission uses data and research to come up with guidelines that aim to balance fairness and consistency. By supporting the Commission, the court helped create a system that's more straightforward and transparent. Judges get clear advice on how to sentence someone based on their crime and their background, which helps cut down on unfair differences. The court also highlighted that sentences should fit the crime and the person, which is a key part of making justice work well. Overall, Mastretta opened the door for ongoing changes in sentencing reform. It showed that giving some rulemaking power to expert agencies is both legal and practical in today's society. These guidelines still help keep sentencing fair, predictable, and just across the country. So some ways these tie into our chapter is incapacitation. This helps to serve to remove offenders from society, which helps to limit their ability to commit additional crimes. This approach helps to keep the public more safe, and it really just gets rid of danger for everybody. Rehabilitation is sentencing reform that emphasizes rehabilitation by offering offenders educational programs, counseling, and vocational training. This goal is to prevent repeat crimes by helping people fix problems that led to them to break the law. Restorative justice principles. So this seeks to repair harm caused by criminal acts through dialogue and restitution. It involves direct communication between the victims and offenders, hoping that they feel their voices heard so they don't have to act out. Community and victim engagement. Effective sentencing reform often includes the involvement of victim and community members in the justice process, so their participation can foster mutual understanding and promote long-term solutions. Another one is the role of probation in sentencing. Probation allows offenders to remain in the community under supervision, provided they meet specific conditions. It reflects a belief in rehabilitation. It is more cost-effective than imprisonment. Alternative sentencing structures. These include split sentences, suspended sentences, shock incarceration, and intermittent confinement. They serve to punish while also encouraging behavioral change and registrations. And the last one I have on here is judicial discretion and sentencing options. So judges are granted discretion to tailor sentences based on the offense and the individual circumstances. Sentencing options include incarceration, probation, community service, restitution, and fines. And that is all I have, so thank you.